Imagine a time when mocking the king could get you beheaded. Unless, of course, you were Archibald Armstrong. This guy had a job that was part comedian, part advisor, and part professional troublemaker. He was a court jester, but not just any fool. He was the most infamous jester of the Stuart era. With his razor-sharp tongue and knack for getting away with insulting some of the most powerful people in England and Scotland, Archie's life was a mix of royal privilege, high-stakes mockery, and one too many burned bridges. So subscribe and buckle up because we're diving into the wild story of the jester who mocked kings, enraged nobles, and somehow lived to tell the tale. First off, who was this guy? Well, Archibald Armstrong was born in the late 1500s in Scotland, most likely in the Borders region, which, fun fact, was full of rough, lawless clans who loved a good fight. So you could say he grew up in an environment where quick wit was as important as a quick sword. But Archie wasn't a warrior. Nope, he had a different kind of weapon, his mouth. He was sharp, clever, and had a natural talent for humor, which caught the attention of none other than King James VI of Scotland, who, by the way, later became King James I of England. King James had a thing for witty banter and decided to make Archie his official court jester. This meant Archie had one of the weirdest jobs in history. He was allowed, even expected, to mock nobles, insult foreign dignitaries, and joke about politics, all while wearing a silly outfit. But Archie wasn't just a clown. He was a master manipulator. He knew how to push the limits without getting into too much trouble. Now, being a court jester might sound fun. Free food, fancy clothes, royal protection. But let's be real. One wrong joke, and you could end up headless. And Archie, he lived on that edge. One of his favorite targets was the nobility, especially powerful lords who took themselves way too seriously. He'd call them out for their arrogance, corruption, and even their fashion choices. But he didn't stop there. Oh no, Archie even mocked foreign ambassadors. And this was where things got dicey. In one legendary moment, Archie insulted a Spanish diplomat, making a joke about how Spain's navy was about as sturdy as a floating cheese wheel, which, considering the recent defeat of the Spanish Armada, was not the best move for diplomacy. Surprisingly, instead of punishing Archie, King James found it hilarious. But not everyone did. If you thought mocking nobles was bad, just wait until you hear what Archie did next. He picked a fight with the church. He had a particular dislike for the Puritans, those super strict religious figures who thought laughter was basically a sin. He publicly mocked them, calling them hypocrites and making jokes about their obsession with banning everything fun. This did not go over well, and soon, a lot of powerful people wanted him gone. But King James? He loved Archie too much to fire him. So, for a while, Archie kept his job, untouchable in his fool's outfit. When King James died in 1625, Archie thought he could keep up the same routine under the new king, Charles I. Spoiler alert, he could not. Charles was not as laid back as his dad. And when Archie mocked one of the king's closest advisors, the powerful Duke of Buckingham, things went south fast. Archie was kicked out of court and stripped of his position. Just like that, his career was over. But don't feel too bad for him. Archie didn't exactly fade into obscurity. He made a fortune from his fame and even published a book of jokes. To this day, he remains one of the most famous jesters in British history, proving that sometimes being a fool is the smartest job you can have. What do you think? Was Archie a comic genius or just a troublemaker with good luck? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more epic stories.